Hi, grade 1. This is Teacher Claire. Our subject for today is English. Our lesson is Details in Short Stories. Are you familiar with short stories? You have passively read and listened to different stories, such as fairy tales and other bedtime stories. These stories tells us what the characters feel. They may also teach us important lessons in life. By reading or listening carefully to stories, you're able to determine the important details, characters, settings, and other events. By knowing these details, you're able to answer questions asked related to the given stories. Before we move to our topic, let me ask you something. Have you received a gift before? Maybe during your birthday, during Christmas time, or during graduation time? Have you received a gift before? That's nice. Let me read you a story entitled The New Toys. What is the title of the story again? Very good. The New Toys. Jay and Joy have new toys. Jay has a new toy car. It is small but shiny. Meanwhile, Joy has a new doll. It is big and beautiful. Their Tita May gave these gifts to them during their birthday. She hid them behind the table to surprise them. They hurriedly looked for the gifts. When they saw them, they immediately opened them. They jumped for joy when they saw their new toys. They were just what they wished for. They thanked and kissed their tita. They loved their new toys. How was the story? Did you like it? If yes, let's try answering these questions. Who received gifts during their birthday? Very good. It's Jay and Joy. Who gave them the gifts? Marvelous. It's their Tita May. Where did she hide the gifts? Amazing! Behind the table. What gifts did they receive? You're right. A toy car and a big and beautiful doll. What did they do when they found the gifts? You're right again. They opened it immediately. Grade 1, understanding short stories and or poems means the following. Short stories and poems are important sources of life lessons. As a young child like you were expected to read and listen to different stories. But of course, stories must be appropriate to your age or grade level. After reading or listening to them, it is necessary that you are able to understand their meanings and details. It is necessary that you can answer questions related to the stories that you've read or you listened to. One of the ways to show that you understand the story that you have read is by noting details. Very good. You can note important details by describing the characters, the setting, or when and where the story happened, and of course, the events. What is events? Sequencing events is also a good way to show that you have understood the story or the poem. You may rearrange the events by identifying which one occurs first and which one is the second, and so on. Inferring the feelings and characteristics of the characters is also an important uh, or as an example showing understanding of the poem or story. Through this, you're able to determine the feelings or the characters in a story. You will know if the characters are happy, afraid, or sad. Other ways of showing understanding of what we have read or listened to are by identifying the cause and effect. Of course, also by determining the problem and the solution. Plus, dramatizing and predicting the possible ending are some of the best ways to show how well one understands a poem or story. You can make prediction by guessing what will happen next. Do you do that? Very nice. Now, let's go to your learning task number 1. For your learning task number 1, Teacher Claire will read the story entitled Spotty and Furry. You may also listen it through um, your mom or your dad or your older brother and sister. Okay, let me read you the story about Spotty and Furry. There was an animal shelter in our barangay. It took care of different animals including cats and dogs. But due to lack of financial support, it decided to close or shut down. Many animals would be affected by this, so my family decided to adopt a puppy and a kitten, of course. They were really cute and calm. They did not have names yet. I wanted them, I wanted to give them names, nice names. My dad asked me, "What names will you give them?" "I will give them names that best describe their characteristics," I replied. The puppy has black spots in its body, so I named it Spotty. The kitten has white long fur, so I called it Furry. I was so happy with the names I gave them. I will love and take care of them. They have finally found their new home. Okay, grade 1, for your learning task number 1, get a one whole sheet of pad paper. Write English 1 week 5 to 7 learning task number 1. Under it, write your full name, then number your paper 1 to 10. Of course, you have to write the letter of your answer. Let me read you the questions and the choices. Number 1. What is the reason why the animal shelter shut down? A. Overcrowded shelter. B. Lack of fund. C. Destroyed buildings. Number 2. What did the family do to save some animals? A. Adopted a puppy and a kitten. B. Gave donations to shelter. C. Bought a puppy and a kitten. Third, what animals did they adopt? A. A kitten and a puppy. B. A rabbit and a kitten. C. A puppy and a bird. For number 4, what characteristics does the kitten have? A. Has black spots in its body. B. Has white long fur. Or C. Loves to eat. Fifth, what characteristic does the puppy have? A. Has black spots in its body. B. Has white long fur. C. Loves to eat. For number 6, who is the speaker's brother? Who is the speaker's dad? This will be a bonus question, for I did not mention the name of his father, or her father, rather. Number 7. What is the name of the puppy? A. Spotty, B. Wilson, or C. Furry? Number 8. What is the name of the kitten? A. Spotty, B. Wilson, or C. Furry? Number 9. Who is the speaker in the story? A. I, B. Spotty, or C. Wilson? And lastly, number 10. What did the speaker feel after adopting and naming this puppy and kitten? A. Sad, B. Afraid, or C. Happy? If you're done answering numbers 1 to 10, you may keep your paper and proceed to the next subject. Thank you for listening, grade 1. See you next lesson. Bye!